Hi guys, TLC Puzzle Lord here, and today we are going to solve the 5x5 Rubik's Cube. Now this is basically just like the regular 3x3. If you've done the 3x3, then this shouldn't be too hard for you. Before I get it all scrambled up, you can tell that from the center here, you got three of these stars all the way around. If you get these built all the way around, then what you got left is going to be, if you hold this in front of this, you would basically have the borders that would be left. You'd basically have a 3x3 left. And that'll make more sense to you here in a little bit. So let's go ahead and get this scrambled up and get started. Okay guys, so here we are, we got everything all scrambled up. The first thing we're going to do, you're going to notice all of our centers are all messed up here. We will actually we'll have to build these centers up all the way around. And so to get started, I usually start with the white. Oh, looks like my white's already partially started. Let's do something about that. So the first thing you do is build this center bar, in which case I would just bring that piece back down. So now you got your first center bar done. Now we'll go build another bar, usually on another side, and then we'll move it in. So let's see if we can find another piece here. There's one there. And if I spin this up top, that one's in line. Now we just have to find another one. Now as you're moving this around, you kind of have to be careful you don't mess up that original bar you had. Like if I was to turn this down, I would mess up what I had. So in this case, I just spin that out of the way, and then I can turn it down. So now I've got that bar, and now I can just move it into place. And now we'll build another bar. Looks like there's one there. And there's one there. And then we'll just spin this around and spin it into place. So now we got our first center built. I usually flip it over and then do the other side. So I'll build my yellow center now. It really doesn't make a difference which one you do next. That's just kind of how I do it. And then I'm only working on the sides after that. So I've got my first two pieces here on this first center bar. I have to kind of build it in place. Then the others I can build on the side. So I need to find this yellow piece here. It looks like there it is there. So if I just move that down, you will notice I messed up my white. So I could go ahead and move it down, then I'll just spin this out of the way, and then roll it back up, and my white's good again. So now let's find our other yellow pieces here. There's two of them. And there's another one. Just look around, make sure I don't mess anything up when I do that. Let's see. So I can move this one down. And then there's that one. So now I got that one built. I'm ready to move it up into place. But just like before, when I move that up, I'm going to mess the bottom up, the white. So I'm going to go ahead and move it up like I did. And I'm going to do a 2U move. And then spin that side back down so that I fixed my white. And now we can build our other bar. So there's two pieces there. I just need to find that last piece. And it's all the way around on the other side. So if it's there, I can just spin this up, spin this up. Now if I just move this piece up, if I was to do like I did before and bring this back down so I could fix my white, you'll notice that I just brought that piece back out. So the way you do that is you bring this side down here. That means absolutely nothing to us. You bring this side down to it, and then bring this around. And then when you bring your yellow back up, you put it in place and fixed your white. So you have to kind of be careful for that as you're going on. So the next side I do, it doesn't make any difference, but I usually do the blue side next. So here's one blue. And there's the other two right there. And those I can turn in right now without worrying about anything else. So now we'll build another row. Here's two pieces together. See if I can find another one there. Nope, they're both already on this plane. So I just have to move one of these off and then bring it back down. And put that in place. And so now I got that one there. Bring this one down to get it off of that plane. And now I can move this one back up. And I'll rotate this around so I don't mess up my blue, so that I can put that one in. And now I can just rotate that in place. So now we'll do our orange. And this orange here is already partially built, but we want the center built first, so we might end up messing this up. Matter of fact, we will. But that's okay, we gotta get the center built first. So let's find that center orange piece. There it is right there. And we'll just turn it down. Yep. There we go. We'll turn it down. Now we just messed up our blue, so we'll have to turn that back up so that our blue is good again. So, and I'm going to go ahead and turn these oranges up to get them out of that plane there. Okay, so there's those two. Those two oranges I want to match up with this orange up here. So if I just come up and get this one here, spin it, get it back. Now I've checked my blue, make sure it's good, and it is. Then I can spin that down, come around twice, and then come back up to fix my blue. So here's our last bar here. I'm going to come up, fix that orange. This side here, spin that around that way first, so that when I come up, come over, come back, my blue is good. Now to get this one here, we're going to do the same thing we did before. We're going to bring this side over here, this garbage. We're going to come down and get that orange piece, so that when we come back up and then rotate in, we'll put that in place and our blue is still good. So there's our blue and our orange. We got 4 of the sides done. All we got to do now is our red and our green. And this here is where it gets a little bit different, because we can't just replace the pieces like we were without messing something else up. So what I try and do is I try and get as much of the red and green together, and then I'll show you how we get the other pieces in. So we'll just try and manipulate this as best we can. Looks like maybe I can bring these red pieces up and down so I don't mess up my orange. It might be about as good as I get. So bring these up. Yeah, that's about as good as I'm going to get. So here's what we do here. There is an algorithm for this, but it's only good on the 5x5. So if you were to go watch this video and then go do a 7x7 or something even bigger, you wouldn't be able to follow the same process. So I'm going to teach you the same process here that you would use on them. So what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try and bring this green piece here down into this green layer. And the way I do that is I count how many rows in. This is 1, 2 rows in, and 1, 2 rows down. So what we're going to do is we're going to come down 2 on this side, then we're going to rotate it and come down 2 layers on this side, and we'll rotate it back. So let me show you what I mean by that. I'm going to bring that middle layer, that second layer down. I'm going to come over. I'm going to bring the second layer down. I'm going to come back over. I'm going to bring this second layer up. Come over and bring this second layer up. And you can see what I did was I just swapped them 2 pieces there. So now I can let's get that middle one done. Let's get that one there done. So now I'm going to be coming down 1, 2, 3 rows and in 2 rows. So I'm going to come in 2 rows, down, come over. I'm going to come down the 3rd row, come over, come up the 2nd row, come back, and come up the 3rd row. And now I've got that center piece in. So now we just got 1 more piece. And so this is down, this is going to be down 1, 2, and in 1, 2. So I'm going to come down, 2nd row, come over, come down the second row, go back, go up the second row, come over, and then go up. And now we've successfully got all of our centers done all the way around. So now what we need to do is we need to build these edges back up that are messed up now. And the way we do that is, let's see, you have to do a lot of searching here. We'll just start right here with this orange and white. So I need to find an orange and white piece to go here and here. And we just have to kind of look around until we find them here. Here's one there. You'll do a lot of searching on here. So if I flip this orange and white over here, you can see it's there, but it's incorrect. So it's not really an algorithm, but there's one small algorithm you can do to flip that around. And it's going to be LI, UI, R, FI, and RI. And what that did was that moved that piece from here to here, but when it did that, the orange was here, so it made it right. So now that I got that piece right, so that when I flip this over, it's lined up correctly. Now all I'm going to do is spin that layer up here to the top layer. I'm going to turn it to where it's safe, and I'm going to bring something else down. And then we're going to fix that red by pushing that back. So here's those two pieces we just put up there. They're in that safe zone here. Let's go ahead and try and find that other orange and white piece and put it in there. And then that row will be done. Where? Okay, I'm probably looking at, there it is. That's usually the case. So this one here is already in the proper position. If I move this over, it's going to be right in line. So I'm going to spin it up to the top. I'm going to spin out of the way so it's safe. I'm going to bring something that's broken down, and I'm going to fix that row I just messed up. So now I got one row done, and we're just going to complete that all the way around. So let's just find something else here. See, I got red and blue right in front of me. Let's find some red and blues. Okay, there's a red and blue. And if I spin this red and blue over this way, I'll have the red up top. So I'm going to do that same algorithm again. LI, UI, R, FI, and RI. And now I can bring this red and blue over. This time I'll be bringing it over this way. Now I'm going to come up to the top, spin it out of the way so it's safe, and then bring something down. And then fix that white. Oop, went the wrong way. Fix that white. All right, so that was the red and blue. Let's see if I can find the other red and blue. There it is. And it's up top, so I'll do that. Oop, no, it's down here. So now I just have to turn it in, rotate it up to the top where it's safe, over, come down, and then fix the blue. Let's see, let's find something else. We'll just go with this red and white that's right here in front of me. So let's find some red and whites. There's one there. Okay, so if I bring this over, it's going to be wrong. So I'm going to do that same algorithm. LI, UI, R, FI, and RI. So now it's up here. So I can just turn that in, turn it up, move it where it's safe, bring something else down, and fix my blue. So now let's find our other red and white. It's over there. So now if I turn it over, it's correct. So I just come over, come up where it's safe, turn it out of the way, come down, and fix my yellow. Okay. I'm always looking for something that's already paired up, but you can see those aren't quite right. So if I see something, I'll utilize it, but so far I'm not. So I'll just do this red and yellow here. Let's find some red and yellows. There's one there. And it's going to be wrong, so I'll do that algorithm. LI, UI, R, FI, RI. And now I can spin that red and yellow over, come up, move where it's safe, come down, fix the yellow. Now let's find another red and yellow. There it is. And it's wrong, so we're just going to do LI, UI, R, FI, RI. And now I can turn this red and yellow over, turn it up where it's safe, move it out of the way, and come down. And fix my green. It's just the same thing over and over and over again. So let's see, we'll do this orange and green. Which I think, nope, that's not orange and green. Well, here's two that are already paired up, so we'll do the orange and yellow instead. Where are you at? You probably see me say, there it is, there it is. There it is, okay. Okay, so we'll turn that in place. Turn it up. Spin it where it's safe. Now we can't bring this row back down because it's already built. We have to make sure that we bring down a row that's not built, or else we'll mess up something we already did. So that row is not built, so we can bring it back down and then fix our green. So what we got now? There's two green and whites that are together. Let's find another green and white then. There it is. That one was easy. And it's rotated the right way, so all I gotta do is push it over, come up, turn it where it's safe, bring something down, and put that in place. Let's see what we got left here. Let's do a blue and yellow. Oh, there's one right across from it. Okay, but it's wrong, so I just do a LI, UI, R, FI, RI. Come over, come up, turn it where it's safe. I can't use that row, but I can bring this row down and then fix my green. Okay, what was that working on there? The yellow and blue. So let's find another yellow and blue. There it is. And that one's correct. So I just put it in place, come up, come over, come down, boom. Okay, there's two yellow and greens. Let's find our other yellow and green. There it is. LI, UI, R, FI, RI. Okay, so we could we're going to turn this one into place, and because this one here's there, but it's flipped wrong. So when we push this over, we'll get this one out of the way so that we can put it in next. So I'm going to bring this one over. It's going to put that. And then I can't just come up, so let's look at that again. Oh, nope, that row's not built complete, so we can't do that. I thought all the rows were complete up top. So I can do that move there. So I come over, come up, come down, and then fix the white. Okay, so there's our yellow and green. Let's find a piece that goes with it. There it is there. LI, UI, R, FI, RI. Now all my rows that are on top are complete. They're all correct all the way around. So if I was to place this over here and turn it up, I wouldn't have anything to bring down. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just flip the cube over and look at the other side. Here's a broken row. So now I can just come over and come up this way, over and then down, and then fix my green. Let's see what we got left here. Blue and orange. Okay, it's on the other side. And I don't have any, all these rows are complete here, but I can see one row here on the side that's not. So I'm just going to spin that up to that top layer. And now I can take this blue over and get it. Come up, come over where it's safe, come down, fix the green. And let's get this blue and white here. Okay. Make sure you have a broken row on top. Then I'm just going to swing this, and this time I'm just going to swing the middle row over. Come up, put it safe, come down, and fix my green. All right, what we got here? There's two green and reds here, so let's find a green and red. And there it is there, so I just got to spin this up. And I don't have any broken rows up top. Let's flip it over and look at the other side. There we go. So I fix that green and red. Come up, put it safe, come down. Okay, what we got here? I got two orange and blues right there, so let's find an orange and blue. Are we down to our last two rows here? We might be. Okay, it looks like we're down to our last two centers here. So I've got orange and green, orange and green, orange and blue. And these are the same thing, orange and blues and an orange and green. So we just have to learn one new algorithm here to put these pieces there, because I don't have anything up here. If I put this up where it goes, I don't have anything to bring down without messing it up. So what we're looking to do is we're looking to bring this orange and blue over here. It's only missing one piece. It's only missing this piece here. But this side's all screwed up. So let's try and get this side more correct first. If I built this one first, it would be correct, and this side would still be all messed up. So I would have to mess it up again, because you're just going to swap pieces. So let's try and get something over here. So if I brought this orange and green over here, I need to do a flipping algorithm, the same one we did before. Li, ui, r, fi, and ri. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this piece here and put it here, and this piece here and put it here. Because when I flip this over, it's going to line up. So it's a rather lengthy algorithm, but it's not too bad to memorize. When I say Li, when I say the Li or L or anything like that, I'm meaning these out two rows. It doesn't have to be. You could single this row out. But since we don't really care what happens to this outside row, I just use those two outside rows. Same thing with all the algorithms all the way around on here. So we're going to do an Li, U2, Li, U2, F2, Li, F2. Then we're going to do an R, U2, Ri, U2, and an L2. So you can see we fixed that piece there. So now we just have one piece that's wrong here and one piece that's wrong here. I can't just bring this piece over, because if I do, so I have to do that flipping algorithm to get this piece here. Li, ui, r, fi, and ri. And now I can do the flipping algorithm to get this piece here over here. And it'll put this piece here, and we'll be done with those. So it's going to be Li, U2, Li, U2, F2, Li, F2, R, U2, Ri, U2, and an L2. And that's got those last two layers done there. So now we have all the edges built and all of our centers built. And essentially what we're going to do now is just solve a Rubik's Cube. We're going to put all the whites up here. We're going to build the white layer, and it's going to solve exactly like a regular 3x3. So let's go ahead and get that started here. That white's up here, but it's wrong. So we'll spin it to the other side. Spin that one to the other side. Spin this over here, over here. I'm going to go a little bit quicker on this because you should know how to solve a regular 3x3. Now I can just turn those up where they go. Spin it in place. Spin that one where it goes. Put it in place. That one's already lined up. And now that one's lined up. So now we've got our cross built. We just have to put our corners in. There's an orange. That one's already lined up with the green. Looking at the white, I turn the white out of the way. Come down, put it in place, go back up. It looks like my other two pieces are on the bottom. I don't like them when they're on the bottom, but that's where they are. So I could do I'll do these two different ways. I can move this up and then over and then do this in a two-part session here. So I'm going to come, since it's on the bottom and not the side, I'm going to come up, over, fix this piece, fix this piece. So I got the white corner up. Now to get it back down here, I want to come back down. I don't want to put the white on the bottom. I'll make sure I don't want to come down this way. I want to come down this way to make sure my white piece stays on the side. So I'm going to come down, out of the way, and back up. And now it's there, so I can line it up with the green. And now on the other side is the blue and red, and it's right where it goes. So I'll just do an RI-DI until it falls into place. That's a much easier way to do it. RI-DI, R-D, RI-DI, R-D, RI-DI, R-D. Okay, and just like that, we got our white solved. We'll flip it over, and we'll put these edge pieces in just like we would on a regular 3x3. We would now be ready to put these pieces in here. So that's what we're going to do. So we're looking for, let's see, there's an orange. So we'll flip that around where it lines up with the orange. And it goes to the blue side, so that's to the right. So we're going to go to the left, right up, right, right down. Then we're going to look at our white piece and move it away. So that's on the left, so we're going to go right, left up, left, left down. And I put that piece in. Same thing, we're going to go to the right, so I'm going to go left, right up, right, right down, right, left up, left, left down. And there's the green. This one's going to go to the left, so I'm going to go right, left up, left, left down, left, right up, right, right down. This one goes to the left, so I'm going to go right, left up, left, left down, left, right up, right, right down. And just like that, we got all that in all the way around. Now we just have to solve our top. So here's our L that we would normally be looking for on a normal 3x3. So we're just going to start off with F, R, U, R, I, U, I, F, I. They gave us our line. F, R, U, R, I, U, I, F, I. And there's our cross. So now we just have to get the corners. We have to get these in the right place first. Let's see. So there's the blue, there's the red. I don't want two of those correct. I got two that are correct, so I'm going to turn it again to where I only have one of these correct and the other three need rotated. And then we'll just do our rotating algorithm of R, U, R, I, U, R, U, I, U, I, R, I. And one more time, we'll get these in place. R, U, R, I, U, R, U, I, U, I, R, I. So now those are all in place. Now all we have to do is get our corners. So let's see if we can find one that's already in its correct spot. So that one's wrong. That one's wrong. That one's wrong. So actually all of these are wrong. So we'll do our corner rotating one of U, R, U, I, L, I, U, R, I, U, I, and L. And now let's reevaluate and see if we got a corner that's correct. That one's wrong, that one's wrong, this one's right. So from here, these three corners are wrong. So we'll do that corner rotation one. That'll put this one over here. That'll make it correct. And so it'll move these three counterclockwise. So we should just have to do this, in this case, one time. U, R, U, I, L, I, U, R, I, U, I, and L. And let's see, so now let's evaluate. That one's correct. It's rotated wrong, it's oriented wrong, or not permanent correct, but it's in the right place. That one's correct, that one's correct, and that one's correct. So now we just do our old friend, the RIDIRD. We'll hold it like this. We'll do that till this one's in place, and we won't move the cube. Then we'll just move the top to the next one. RIDIRD, RIDIRD. Don't forget that D, even though that's correct. So now that one's correct. Without moving the rest of the cube, we'll just rotate the top. And we'll do the same thing with this corner. And you might not have 4 corners to do, but however many corners you have to do, that's what you do it on. RIDIRD, 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 RIDIRD. One more. RIDIRD, RIDIRD, RIDIRD. And just like that, it's that easy, folks. We just solved the 5x5. I hope you found this video useful. If you like this video, hit the like button. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and leave your comments if you have any questions. Thanks.